indeed a disturbing universe.
Hello, greetings, and welcome. Welcome to the Stereo 999 YouTube channel. I'm your host, the artist formerly known as Stereo Steve. I'm going to start off with another unboxing, and one of the things in the box will lead to what was going to be the theme of this video in my mind. So this is all going to make sense. I'm just going to get right, I should do, hey, are you new here? Are you new here? Have you never watched my videos before? Well, check out some of my other stuff. If you're a repeat viewer, it's great to have you back in the universe of the Stereo Steve disturbing universe, whatever, But this is the channel where I talk about records and talk about my opinions and opinionate and procrastinate and accumulate. And I'm about to accumulate some more records that are in this box that the U.S. Postal Service left at the bottom of the steps so that I had to go in my socks. And my socks are crusted in morning fog, which may chill the air, but I don't care, because my love waits there in San Francisco. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, we've got big bubble wrap that actually pops. Not like that green stuff. Alright, so let's see. What is first on the docket here? Oh, yes. The Soul of Indian Music by Ali Akbar Khan. This is an amazing cover, for one thing, but I had this a long time ago and sold it and kind of regret it. Now I have it again. And it's like two 20-minute long ragas, one on each side. Yeah. Alright. What is next? Okay. Oh, and here, let me get on a little soapbox about something that I've seen, and I want to just kind of explain, and if, maybe I'm wrong, but you can tell me in the comments. So, you get a record in the mail a lot of times, and it has the record in a bag and in a plastic outside the cover. And I feel like a lot of people think that means you should always store your records like that. But then they're going to get kind of banged up from being outside of the cover, because the cover is really to protect the record, you know what I'm saying? But if you're more interested in protecting the cover, then do your records like this. But if it's about the music, if it's about the record, then just keep it in the cover. I mean, the reason that they're outside of the covers like that is so they don't get banged around in the mail and damage the cover. And then you're supposed to put them in the cover. All right. And if there's some high-tech reason why I am wrong about this, tell me in the comments. But this is the best of Bobby Bland. I was kind of deficient in Bobby Bland in my collection. I have a CD of 2 Steps of the Blues, but I don't think I had any Bobby Bland on vinyl. It's like one of the great blues guys. And Stormy Monday, Turn On Your Love Light. Speaking of Turn On Your Love Light, this is Grateful Dead, Axamaxua. But where's the record? It's an empty cover with no record. because I have a homeless record that's going to live in this cover now. Alright, moving right along. Somebody in high school recommended this record to me, and I'm just now getting around to owning a copy of it. This is Variations by Andrew Lloyd Webber. And Andrew Lloyd Webber, of course, composers of rock operas, including Jesus Christ Superstar, etc., etc. But this was a kind of prog rock album that Andrew Lloyd Webber did in the early 70s. Variations as in variations on classical music, which, you know, you see these musicians playing things. But there is an all-star cast of musicians on this, including Rod Argent on keyboards and Gary Moore on guitar. So yeah, I'll go more in depth after I listen to it for a while. Okay, what have we got here? Yes, Going for the One. Another one I had on CD. I wanted to get the vinyl, big old gatefold. I don't know why they tried to make it look like a Rush record instead of getting Roger Dean, especially considering this was Rick Wakeman's triumphant return to Yes after he was out of the band for a little while. Anyway, Wonder Stories, Going for the One, Awaken. This is some serious progosity here. All right, let's see what else. Oh, and he's got the 7-inch record in the bag with this one. Okay. Oh, this is very cool. Stories. I love this band. This was Michael Brown from the Left Bank. Started this band in the early 70s. They were kind of a one-hit wonder with the song Brother Louie. But this is a promotional copy of their first single, I'm Coming Home, which was more of a minor hit. The promo, mono on one side, stereo on the other side. A new group and their single. So, yeah. See, but here's the thing though, this sleeve doesn't really fit in this cover that well, so I probably will put this in a plastic with the record on the outside. There we go, humble pie, man, because it is going to fuck up the cover if I put the record in it. Anyway, this is cool because it's like kind of a, what's the word I'm looking for? Rotogravure, sepia, but of the image on the cover of their album. Anyway, all right. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that this is in good shape because this was a rare record at a very affordable price. This is Bangor Flying Circus. Bangor Flying Circus on the Dunhill ABC label. And I think there were former members of the Shadows of Night in this band, but kind of a little bit proggy, psychedelic, heavy organ. This is just some good shit. This one was too cheap to turn down. The Bebop Era, a compilation from Columbia Jazz Masterpieces. Nice cover here. Yeah. Nice looking record. And it's got Cootie Williams, and Dizzy Gillespie, Woody Herman, Gene Krupa. So Charlie Parker's on here. So this is kind of the roots of like the 1940s post-war jazz. All right. Cool cover. Let me put this back here like this. All right. That's the unboxing. We'll be right back. Okay, here we are, part 2 of this video, this week's video. And I could say some things and talk about some things, but I'm not going to say things and talk about things because there'll be different things. Every week there's different things. And you know what I'm talking about if you know what I'm talking about. But I'm going to just stick to the point of the musical thing that I was going to talk about. And this was my Reconstruction project. I am a scavenger at my core, and I've been reconstructing some incomplete things. I've been reconstructing some incomplete things in my collection, thanks to like Discogs and online and etc. etc. But anyway, let me just start off by showing this Aoxomoxua by the Grateful Dead. Now, most of y'all know that Anthem of the Sun was remixed. Aoxomoxua was also remixed. It wasn't publicized as much, but the original mix of this album is radically different than the remixed version. And the way you can tell which one you have, this W7 label, those are the original mix. Same with Anthem of the Sun. If you got a W7, you got an original mix. Now, I also had remixed version. Any later label like Burbank or even the Green label is remixed. So this is a remixed tan label pressing. I had just the Homeless record, and then I bought an empty cover off of that guy on Discogs. You saw my unboxing earlier in this video. So now I got both versions of that. Next thing, this is what started this mess, or kind of inspired me, was I was at looking through one of my favorite bargain bins, and I'm like, oh, Some Enchanted Evening. This was a high school favorite. I need this. When I took it home, I realized I blew it because it had the wrong record inside the cover. It had disc 1 of On Your Feet or On Your Knees. And see, it's got this little red mark, which means that Amoeba threw it out. And it's like a little signal for them not to buy it back. But anyway, so somebody was selling Some Enchanted Evening record with no cover. And I bought it. And I was rocking out. This is a great, it was like 1979, 1980, something like that. When did this come out? Yeah, 1978. Live Blue Oyster Cult. And this is what most of my friends in high school bought first when they were getting into this band, because it's got the hits. It's got Godzilla, Don't Fear the Reaper, Are You Ready to Rock, and then cover of Kick Out the Jams from MC5 and We Got to Get Out of This Place by the Animals. So yeah, so I got the Homeless Some Enchanted Evening, put it in the cover. I was happy, and I'm like, maybe somebody is selling On Your Feet or On Your Knees disc 2 only for cheap, that I could have a complete set of that live album too. And they did, and I did. So yeah, so I had disc 1 and this was disc 2 only. So now I got both discs and this double live album, which is from 1975. Great selection of the early songs: Red and the Black, Screaming Dizbusters, Harvester of Eyes, Last Days of May, Cities on Flame. And again, they cover the Yardbirds' Ain't Got You, and of course, Born to Be Wild. Yeah, so there. So I was able to reconstruct those. Also, for years and years and years, I have had this Shadows of Night Gloria with no cover. It was a recycled records, $3. You know, I used to have a Beat the Shit one with the cover, but that cover was long gone. And lo and behold, someone was selling an empty cover on Discogs. So I got the empty cover. So now I got that complete. The only difference is the record, I believe, is mono and the cover is stereo. But meh, who cares? Another one, I just had the Homeless record like forever, is Panic, the Son of Shock by the Creed Taylor Orchestra. Yeah, the same Creed Taylor that started the CTI jazz fusion label in the 70s. He did these, it's like scary lounge music, like eerie lounge music with weird little skits. The first one was called Shock, which I don't have, but this was the sequel, Panic. Somebody was selling like just a totally thrashed record with a nice cover for cheap, and so now, white label promo, baby. You're driving me crazy. What did I do? Yeah. So now I got that. Another one I got at a thrift store years and years ago was Love or Please by Clyde McFadder. Homeless record for cheap. Love or please, please come back. Don't take the train going down the track. And yeah, somebody was selling an empty cover for that. And yeah, it matches mono mono. And then I had the inner sleeve, so I got the full package. And this is a good album. This is some good, like, 1960. I was going to say 50s, but I think actually 1960 this record came out. But some good rhythm and blues. And there's what they were playing them on, those drop-down record changers. All right. This one's a little tricky. Because I found in a thrift store in the 90s this MC5 Kick Out the Jams. And this is like the red label second pressing of it. And the rule of thumb has always been that the originals with the tan label and the liner notes are the ones that say kick out the jams, mother, and the red label ones are the ones where they changed it to kick out the jams, brothers and sisters. But when I put this on, it says kick out the jams, motherfucker. So I guess a few red labels leaked out with the uncensored version. And somebody, again, had a beat to shit brothers and sisters that they were selling for cheap so I could get the cover. And again, no liner notes, which is consistent with the red label pressing. And I was able to reconstruct my thrift-founded record. Okay, the last one. Last one is not a record, but rather a set of compact discs. And this is the Led Zeppelin box set. Came out, I think, 1990. Came out in the early 90s. And if you were getting into Led Zeppelin in the 90s, you bought this. And it's 4 discs. It was like the first time an official compilation of Zeppelin came out, and it's remastered. Sounded great. Had this big box. Had this book. The book is very cool. There's essays. There's essay by Cameron Crowe. And there's another essay in there. Some good pictures. And there's Bonzo. It's got a little centerfold here. But here's something I thought was interesting too, is the same box and the same booklet for the vinyl version, the cassette version, and the CD version. So it says, okay, cassettes, it has little markers for the cassette and the vinyl versions where the sides are broken down. You know, because it's... So I had just kind of the loose discs like this. Disc 3 had a scratch, but somebody was selling disc 3 and 4 only box set for way cheap. So I was able to put my disc 1 and 2 and make it a complete box set. But here's the little clue. So whoever originally bought this box set was originally from BMG, you know, mail order. So the disc 3 and 4 have the little BMG insignia there, where the store-bought copies would have a barcode in that same spot. So my disc 1 and 2 have the store-bought barcode, and disc 3 and 4 have the BMG. So yeah, so good thing my OCD isn't that bad. But anyway, so those were the successes in my reconstruction project. There were a couple of duds where, like, the homeless record I bought for $1 was just too scratched up, but that's another story. Anyway. Stop. 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 Stop.
Your Audi is fond of music and owns many records.
Hey, slow down, man. You're moving too fast.